As everybody knows, the recent attempt to indict the 6 Democratic lawmakers who put out the video reminding military service members that they have a duty to not follow unlawful orders. Prosecutors led by Jeanine Pirro in Washington, D.C., couldn't get a grand jury to indict these people. So that was a pretty massive failure for the administration, for Jeanine Pirro, for the DOJ as a whole. Total embarrassment, right? Well, unfortunately for those idiots, it just got so much worse. Because we're now learning about how pathetic this attempted indictment was. Elissa Slotkin, Democratic senator, one of the individuals that they attempted to indict, her lawyer, Preet Bharara, asked these prosecutors at Jeanine Pirro's office during this so-called investigation, I need you to tell me what statutes you think may have been broken, what crimes you think my client may have committed, right? If you're trying to prosecute, if you're trying to indict, we got to get ready. So tell me as the lawyer, which you are legally required to do, what crimes you think she or any of these other people may have committed. And according to multiple sources who spoke to the New Republic's Greg Sargent, they couldn't name any. They couldn't name a crime that these Democrats may have committed that they were attempting to indict them for. They couldn't cite a statute because that was specifically asked as well. They literally had nothing. They didn't know. So the very people attempting to indict these Democratic lawmakers with a grand jury were asked by the lawyer, like, okay, well, what'd they do? And the prosecutors are like, they've hurt Trump's feelings. Yeah, the statute for that is suck it. That's the statute. Yeah, that's effectively, a dramatization of what happened. That is how incompetent these fuckers are. That is how hilariously, cartoonishly evil and stupid these prosecutors are. And as I've repeatedly said, their incompetence is the one thing keeping the country from totally falling apart. It's weird that incompetence is saving America, but it is. But that's where Greg Sargent throws a wrench that, honestly, I hadn't considered, and I'm kind of disappointed in myself for not considering it. Let me read you this. Thanks to the knee-slapping, comic relief-inducing nature of these failures, the authoritarian abuses underlying them risk being seen as less threatening than they actually are. That could potentially disarm us for the next round, which will surely come. That kind of puts a damper on the whole thing, right? We're laughing about these. I'm laughing, at least. We're talking about how incompetent they are. I always mention how it's the one thing saving America, but at the same time, as Sargent puts out, that does undermine the seriousness of it. And worse off, it may cause us to drop our guard. We do have to take these people seriously. Even with as cartoonishly evil and incompetent as they are, Wile E. Coyote had more success than these idiots. Eventually, they could succeed. And even if they never succeed, which I do think we're going to start seeing some people fired, other more competent, more evil people come in who could be able to do this, we can't drop our guard. And we cannot act like this is not a serious, gross abuse of power, as Donald Trump's administration attempted to basically jail 6 Democratic lawmakers. That was the end game. Throw them in prison. This is unprecedented. This is not okay. And while I do think it's okay to laugh at it because it is hilarious, it is still serious. So as long as we laugh and understand the threat that this poses to the very foundation of this nation, then I think we're okay. Because it will continue, and eventually, he may find somebody competent enough to cook up new charges against anyone. Somebody competent enough to destroy evidence showing people's innocence. Or competent enough to fabricate evidence to make it look like others had committed a crime. Either way, it's not over. It will get worse. And we don't know what that's going to look like. Thanks for watching, and if you are not already subscribed to the channel, please do so, and do not forget to like and comment and share widely among your friends.